So, so, again, there will be no public performances on Wednesday or Thursday night, like in the southern, or restricted center now.
No, there's not.
Like there used to be.
Yeah, they used to do a round robin, and the 2 evening concerts will be in the Kibbe Dome.
Right.
So, yep, the young artist concerts in the afternoon, also in the Kibbe Dome. So all the performances, the ticketed performances, will be in the Kibbe Dome. So. Any other questions? So, oh yeah.
Just a comment. I really appreciate, you said, you gave us a lot of information. I really appreciate the amount of detail that you went into. Typically, when we hear things about the Jazz Festival, we don't get as much detail as you gave us, and I really appreciate that.
I felt like I was killing you with too much detail, so.
I love that. It really made me understand, you can't carry a tune in a basket, and I can't.
But you still listen to music, don't you?
The audience seats, was made for me.
That's fine.
I'm that person.
We're all musicians, whether we're consuming or playing.
All my musician friends always appreciate that. I'll at least sit there and listen.
But, I mean, music touches every single individual every day. It's a rare circumstance where someone's not touched by music daily, even if we're conscious or, subconscious. It's just, music's all around us. I mean, dumb ringer goes off and it's music. Yes. So, but we're all consumers in some way of music. Future.
Ringers and knock.
It's okay. So, we can start looking at some of our 20th century composers.
No,
You need a written section, right?
Just because I can't sing doesn't stop me from doing it.
Should.
But no, so all that detail that you gave me really made me feel closer and understanding with what's going on, and I really appreciate that. That was great.
Well, and I think from my perspective, looking in the future, I really feel like the Jazz Festival, yes, it's in the School of Music, yes, it's under the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Science, yes, it's at the University of Idaho, but it really is a community component. It's a beautiful cultural component for the community to be involved with. And I really feel moving forward that we need to, I was shocked when I met someone that didn't know about the festival and hadn't been lived here. And I was like, let's get you here. I don't want to hear that because I want everyone to at least experience it. You don't need to be a jazz lover. You don't need to be, you just need to enjoy music and enjoy kind of that human experience of being around other people listening to music. So it doesn't matter what type of music it is. I'll go out to anything. If I have friends around me, any type of music doesn't matter to me. So I think it's a great opportunity for us as a community to kind of band together as well and get everyone involved. So.
And other than tickets online, where else can we buy them?
So tickets, you'll be directed to the ticket office website, but the Kibbe Dome, also on the website, it has the hours of the ticket office for the Kibbe Dome, but you can definitely go to the Kibbe Dome East entrance anytime, and they have the ticket office there. Same as where athletics are. If you go there, they can take care of you. So, yes?
Events like this are never financially viable without outside funding.
Yeah.
How are we doing as far as supporting the Jazz Festival?
Yeah, well, that's in my 2 to 5 year goal, is to expand out what we are trying to accomplish and get that support. I would love to see that expanded much more than where it has been the last couple of years, and we're kind of thinking about how do we approach that, think outside the box, and how do we think about that, because it doesn't matter what we look at kind of in the industry, there's always external support. And obviously our two largest sponsors this year are Gritman and Navista. And I would love to see that expand, and those are some of the relationships that we need to start to develop, which are already taking place. And some of those are also our university partners from like Corporate Foundation with that office, and some of our development officers kind of getting on the same page. And we've had some incredible meetings since I've been on, just kind of talking about, okay, 2019's here, but let's talk about 2020. And just so you know, I've already booked half my musicians for 2020. I've already started multiple conversations about the exact topic you're bringing up of support for 2020, because most of this stuff is a 2 to 5 year process, not a, okay, we just wrapped up 2019, let's find a new sponsor for 2020. Most of those are 2 to 5 years out. And so those conversations are definitely taking place in that too. And as I always say, I would love as much community support as we can and community interaction. Obviously, we bring a lot of individuals here. They need to eat, they need to sleep. There's definitely partnerships that I'm trying to work with the chamber to kind of look at how we could tweak that and make it beneficial.
So, kind of following up, just a curiosity question, what small percentage does concert ticket sales break in?
You know what, I couldn't give you an actual answer right now. I do have an answer, but I would have to go back and look at the previous years. Because I've looked at my numbers the previous few years, but since I wasn't over that, I'm kind of looking at this year moving forward. So, bring me back, we'll talk about that again.
Speaking of ticket sales, I went like within hours after it opened to the public to buy tickets, and all the good seats were gone. And they said, well, you have to be, someone special to get to the, so how do I get on that list?
So,
Donate a bunch of money and you can,
No, they said it was mostly for,
there's a couple things. So I hold back a number of seats up front, that if they're if you're making a donation to the Jazz Festival, you get early access. And we tend to send out letters, and this hasn't been exactly clockwork yet, but I do anticipate that to be clockwork for 2020. That if you are making a donation towards the Jazz Fest, you'll get a letter in late September saying, hey, this is when donor pre-sale takes place. And then about a month after that, that'll open up, and that's where those tickets all went.
okay.
And just so you know, hint, I'm going to be releasing a block of very good tickets. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow afternoon at 5, so they'll be available Friday morning. So there'll be a couple of seats that I was holding for our donor group that will now be available. So there's still some great tickets available. So please let me know, and I have business cards up here. Please let me know if you have a challenge finding a seat that you really want, because there are definitely some seats I'll be releasing that are great.
I was surprised when I went online that we didn't have a single seat, pairs, two seats at a time, seemed like how it ever sold.
And that might be
I got lucky, I got, some pretty close.
that might be a,
seat.
yeah. Are you saying you could purchase one off? Is that what you were
That's
saying? And that might be a constraint with the ticket, with who we're contracted with to do those tickets. And that's a challenge that we're gonna start looking at for 2020. Because that system was kind of in place with the athletic department. And I'm working with the interim athletic director and the head of, he's new actually, that runs the ticket office, because it's actually an external party. And we're looking at better solutions for everyone in 2020. So,
Are there tickets available at the door, or do you have to?
yep, there will be tickets available at the door, but those might even be further up in the stands. So
Way up and you look down like, okay.
still great seats, but
Yeah.
you might not be able to feel the sweat coming off the musician.
Well, the Christmas concert, we always sit way back in there.
Yeah.
When they have the new arena, will you be playing in there, or will you still plan to get a Kibby Dome?
I
Don't know.
You will still be in
We'll
the
be in
Kibby Dome.
Well, there we go.
I didn't want to say it, but I feel like we'll still be in.
You didn't have to say it, I just said it for you.
I'm going to give Doc one last plug before I go. So, Doc Lynn Skinner, former executive director of the festival, he is releasing a great book, kind of chronicling his time as the director here with the festival. It was beautiful. I said, hey, grab me an early copy, because I'm going to actually be talking about this tomorrow night with the Moscow Arts Commission. We're going to do a little poster unveil, our commemorative poster. I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and then just a tiny bit about the festival, not in the detail that we talked about. But this book's fantastic. If you've been around the last 15, 20, 30 years, you've probably lived a lot of these experiences. Doc's going to have that for sale, I know, in the bookstore and numerous other places, but really fun book. For me, it was great to see that jazz history that I already knew specifically concentrated in this area with some of those artists that I'm very familiar with. So I highly recommend that as well, just kind of give you a perception of how incredible this event is now, our 52nd. So
Will be available at the venue and.
it'll be available at the bookstore on campus, but also at the bookstore during the concerts. They always have a little shop set up next to the stage, kind of on
Yeah.
the east end, but it'll be available there. Doc's gonna be signing on Saturday night, so.
I wanted to make a plug for volunteering. 3 years ago, we volunteered to drive. It was the most fun I've ever had.
Oh, it's a ride.
Because we got to meet a lot of these people, like up close and personal, and they were quizzing us about Moscow, and it was so much fun. So if you can drive, or if you know somebody that can drive, that is the coolest thing.
I see some of my former drivers when they were bringing me in this room, so. And again, we can't do it alone. Volunteers really make this function, and all the university teams and kind of across there, as well as our community, is really what makes this come together. So, I just am lucky to be coordinating all of you. So, yeah,
Can I make a plug for one of the workshops?
absolutely. The marimba.
This is, yes. Is doing a workshop on Saturday morning. I believe it's at 9:30, but I haven't been able to check this yet.
No, so you are first in the morning. And,
Okay.
and that is at 9:30 and
At
you're
the
in the IRC.
IRC,
Yep,
and it's about African jazz roots.
absolutely. So,
And so come, and you'll be able to come and play a marimba.
come on in.
Yeah.
Please, I have business cards up here. If you want to contact me, you can call me, you can email me. If you call me or email me this week, give me a little bit of time to get back to you. After the festival, it'll probably be very quick. Feel free to take a poster. I'm happy to chat individually or follow up with you however you need. Great. Thanks again for having me.
Thank you.